Baseball looks calm. A guy adjusts his gloves. A pitcher stares. The crowd politely claps like they're at a golf tournament, and then out of nowhere, psychological warfare. Because baseball isn't slow, it's 90% mind games and 10% pretending nothing crazy just happened. Today we're breaking down the smartest, pettiest, highest IQ trick plays in baseball. And I promise you, none of these are accidents. These are grown men legally gaslighting each other for a living. Let's start simple. But rolls down the third baseline. Looks harmless, soft, cute, even, and then it hits the bag. Pause it right there. That little white square just shows violence. When a bunt clips the third base bag, the spin goes weird. The ball changes direction like it just remembered it left the stove on. The third baseman is charging full speed because bunts demand panic. He's thinking field, throw, survive. But the bag says no. That's not luck. That's physics mixed with evil intent. A perfectly placed bunt down the line forces the defender to rush. And rush fielders make rush mistakes. The softest swing on the field just caused maximum chaos. That's baseball. Now let's level up. We've got a little popper near first base. Routine, basic, boring. Except it's not boring when it's Anthony Rizzo. Freeze it before the ball hits the ground. Look at his face. That's not confusion. That's plotting. Most players catch that automatically. Secure the out. Move on. But Rizzo knows something more important than catching the ball. He knows what the runner thinks is about to happen. The runner assumes it's caught. So he relaxes. Just for a split second. And Rizzo? He lets it drop on purpose. That's not defense. That's emotional manipulation. The runner steps off the bag. Rizzo taps first, out. Suddenly there's a rundown, panic, pointing, yelling. And what should have been one out becomes two. He didn't win with athleticism. He won with trust issues. Now, if we're talking chaos merchants, we have to talk about Javier Baez. There's a play where Baez gets stuck in a rundown. He's trapped, dead, finished. Defense is closing in like it's a nature documentary. And he's the prey. But watch closely. He's not. Panicking. He's calculating. He starts dancing between bases, pointing, stopping, turning around. Everyone chases him like they've collectively lost the script. Pause it. Look at first base. Nobody's there. Nobody that single quotes S the moment. While everyone is focused on tagging Baez, they forgot to guard the house. So Baez just runs back to first. Safe. You could almost hear him thinking, oh, we're freestyling? Cool. That's elite awareness. He turned a mistake into a glitch in the matrix. Baseball rewards players who stay calm while everyone else is buffering. Now let's talk about the pettiest move in baseball history. The hidden ball trick, you know the one. Pitcher pretends to throw the ball back. Everyone acts casual. The runner steps off the base like the play's over tagged out every time this works. I imagine the runner going, wait, you still had it? This trick survives generations because it targets human nature. When the action seems over, we relax. Shoulders drop. Brain powers down, and that's when baseball strikes. The hidden ball trick isn't about speed. It's about acting. If you sell it well enough, you get the out. It's basically theater with dirt, and if we're talking about mind games, few people mastered them like Greg Maddux. Maddux didn't throw 102 miles per hour. He threw confusion at 88. There's a move where he fakes like he's going home, shifts his body ever so slightly, and suddenly fires to first. The runner leans the wrong way for half a heartbeat. That's it. Picked off. Maddux understood rhythm better than anyone. Baseball players move on patterns. Disrupt the rhythm, and you control the moment. He wasn't overpowering hitters. He was outsmarting them. Now, here's one of my favorites. A fielder gets hit by a pitch. Pain shoots through his arm. The normal human response is screaming internally dead. He calmly grabs the ball with his opposite hand and throws left-handed to first for the out. Pause that. That's not toughness. That's muscle memory refusing to clock out. He basically told his body, we'll deal with pain later. We have business. That's the difference between recreational baseball and elite baseball. One group reacts to pain. The other finishes the play first. Now, let's talk about controlled insanity. A runner charging home. The catcher waiting. Instead of sliding like a normal person, he jump stop full leap. Pitchers like JT Realmuto have to process that in real time. Do I tag high, low, pray? This move looks heroic, but let's be honest. It's 70% courage, 30% chaos. If the timing is off by a fraction, you're jumping straight into a glove and a highlight reel titled, "What Was He Thinking?" Still, when it works, it's beautiful. Risk is part of intelligence. Calculated, dramatic risk. Now let's address the defensive shift. For years, fans yelled, why doesn't someone just bunt the other way? And finally, someone does. The entire infield is stacked on one side. The other side is emptier than a gym in January. Soft bunt. Easy double. Sometimes the smartest play is the one that makes everyone else feel dumb for not doing it sooner. Baseball is math disguised as dirt. If they give you space, take it. You don't need power when you have positioning. And then there are the situational geniuses. Ground ball to third. Easy throw to first, right? Wrong. The third baseman sees the runner breaking home. Instead of taking the routine out, he fires to the plate. Tag. Out at home. That's context over comfort. Great players don't just ask, can I get an out? They ask, which out matters most? That's IQ. That's awareness. That's why baseball isn't slow. It's layered. The most satisfying thing about these plays isn't the athleticism. It's the thinking. The split-second decisions. The traps. The bait. The acting jobs worthy of awards. Baseball, at its highest level, is psychological chess played at full. Sprint, every fake throw, every hesitation, every glance, it's information. And the smartest players aren't just reacting to the game. They're setting it up. So next time someone says baseball is boring, show them the chaos behind the calls. Show them the manipulation disguised as routine. Show them how a drop pop-up can be smarter than a diving catch. Because the loudest plays aren't always the smartest, but the smartest plays, they're ruthless. And once you start noticing them, you'll never watch baseball the same way again.